How can local service ads help your tax law firm never have dull or a slow day? How to go about maximizing the real estate on page 1 with Google Green Gold, also known as local service ads. Ever wished there was something better than wasted clicks that never seem to convert while emptying out ad budgets? Well, your wish can now come true, courtesy of Google. Google's local service ads can now bring you calls, rather than just clicks, and for less. What is Google Green Gold? This is where you don't throw away your hard-earned money on wasted, not going anywhere clicks, but pay for only the actual calls that you get. Until now, you had to pay for clicks that couldn't be monitored properly or controlled. Now you only pay for the calls you get, vastly reducing the ad spend. But there are issues, and not a few, as I will share later. This is a green check mark, more valuable than gold, graciously provided by Google, once you complete jumping through the necessary and right hoops. The hoops being, 1. You are considered trustworthy, 2. Have no record that can harm a service recipient, and 3. Are properly licensed and/or insured. This is a very good idea by Google to protect the recipients of a service, especially if a service is provided at their home or in a vulnerable position. Recently, Google has expanded local service ads to include pet care, accounting, legal, as well as medical practices. These are the local service ads, or LSAs. What it does for our clients is that it gives them the authority and trustworthiness that plays such a huge part in acquiring new customers right off the bat. The best part is, it allows our clients to show up right on top of the Google search page, even above and before the sponsored ads or PPC, in the very first position of the page. Such a privilege could only be imagined until now. Thus this green check mark by Google is pure gold. Advantages. You are on page 1. Medical, dental, and professional services such as attorneys, accountants and home services can all now benefit. Services like ours help clients get accepted and verified with very little time and energy and expense spent on the part of the business owner. The ad spend is far less than with PPC ads. While you are guessing, and often wrongly, with PPC ads, with LSAs, we can tell our clients exactly what they'd be spending before they begin, so they can fit it into their budget. Unlike PPC, where the tracking is poor, and there is a high rate of clicks that don't convert, with LSAs, you only pay for the calls you get, which is a much higher conversion rate than clicks. You can taper down your ad spend if you get too much business in a short time, as we do for our clients. A nice problem to have, wouldn't you say? Disadvantages. 1. Just like PPC, you get rotated based on your ad spend. i.e., if you spend more, you are seen more, and if you spend less, you are seen less. 2. You can get more leads than you can handle, a nice problem to have. We advise our clients to start slow and scale as they get a better idea of the results. 3. You can still get calls that are not relevant. We screen the calls and get the calls that are not relevant refunded to our clients, which can be up to 30% of the ad spend. Nice bonus for the business owner whose ad budget just increased by 30% without them having to do anything. 4. Not everyone who applies gets accepted. We teach and help our clients get accepted. 5. Not all who get accepted get shown on page 1, which is a huge drawback to many tax law practice owners. We have a track record of having over 98.8% of our clients show up on page 1. 6. Out of 100 or so they select, Google only shows about 25 of them on page 1, and intermittently so. We make sure that tax law practice owners that believed and invested in are prioritized, taken care of, seen and shown most often, which brings in a good amount of new leads to our clients. You can connect at lsaforusa.com or simply connect on LinkedIn and say LSA to know more about how to be seen on page 1 more often and get approved and accepted. So if you haven't started with local service ads yet, or had difficulty growing your tax law practice, go ahead and connect on LinkedIn, say LSA, and let's see if this is a good fit for you. Subscribe to the playlist, connect on LinkedIn and check lsaforusa.com to learn more about local service ads. Share the information with friends. They will appreciate you sharing your knowledge with them. On behalf of Dr. Raj, this is Olivia signing off. Thank you for watching.